shining so bright. Strawberries and paint all night. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. All right, fam, let me get to the pain point of the day. Y'all did not come on here to listen to me rocking out to some music up in my car. Hey there. So today's pain point is, I kind of just don't understand the whole branding business. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I feel you on that. I mean, there used to be a time where really branding had nothing to do with anything but businesses. And what's happening is that the whole concept, I got a piece of gum in my mouth. Anyways, the whole concept of branding is anything and everybody, right? And I think it's really, I think more than anything, I took this marketing course, and what I really learned is that anytime you're taking an idea or concept or business and you are presenting it to the world, and in the mindset of making money, then you're dealing with the idea of branding, right? Because that's how people connect to different businesses, right? We know what Apple is. We know what Kmart is. And that all has to do with branding. And so even as like Kim Kardashian, she's a brand. Even like maybe your Bible app, it's now a brand. Now that you're running your online business, you now have become a brand. And that branding is really about how you communicate to the world who and what you're about. And then it's really about making that connection point. And so you use it in terms of advertising and marketing. You use it in terms of conveying what the value added is as it relates to your business, what your business proposition is, how you expect to deliver, and your level of excellence, customer service, everything. So people begin to identify certain characteristics as it relates to your brand. But it does feel a little off-putting, like, well, how am I a brand? And I often feel like that myself. I'm like, how am I a brand? But the reality of the situation is I am a business, and my business is branded, right? Because we use branding as kind of the conduit to get to the customer. So they understand who they're working with, why they're working with us, what they're going to be getting from us, and then how that transaction is going to take, how that transactional process is going to work. And so I will say this about branding. When you think about branding, let me say this, it's really about the name of your business, right? It also is kind of usually, when they say first impressions, your brand a lot of times is your first impression. So it's about, what is your logo? What are the colors that you're using? What are the slogans, the phrases, the ads, the images? What are you portraying to the world that will attract people's attention and then have them come to you? But more importantly, you want that to be consistent, right? Because the more consistent it is, then they understand, oh, well, yeah, that's Charlotte's brand. Like, no mistaking. We know Apple. No matter what Apple does, we know exactly we'll know it's Apple, even if we don't even see Apple's logo, if we don't necessarily hear anything that relates to Apple, you know what I mean? But we'll know because they are consistent in terms of their branding. And so when we see things or hear things or have certain experiences, we'll know, oh, that's Apple. I know that's Apple. And that's what branding is all about. So I think it's important to think strategically about your brand. Be serious about your brand. Do the best you can to learn as much as you can about branding. And then create a brand. You are your brand. Okay? You are your brand. And make sure that you are in your brand. And make sure all that you bring to the table in terms of value and service and commitment and level of excellence, you bring that to your brand. Because that's going to make your brand more than just the logo and the colors and the images and all that. So be committed. Be all right with it. It's nothing to be confused about, but it's just part of the process in terms of being an entrepreneur and a business owner. It's just one of those steps that one of those hoops you got to kind of jump through in order to present your business to the world. So that's my 2 cents, family. Take care. Peace and love, and I'll see y'all next time. Okay. My song ain't on. It's gone.